started a little bit early, but it has started. Charles Aqua-Davis, I think, has just completed his first dunk.
Yeah, he did a reverse clutch.
So John Hobbs and Earl Thompson of the Solent Kestrels are alongside me, a player that can dunk the ball. Obviously, I can't.
Yeah.
So it'd probably be best if we have someone with experience, as Shaquille Lewis from the Hemel Storm comes up. So each player will have 2 attempts.
See, that's a tricky thing about it. When you miss the first one, it's like, man, what could have been?
So each player has 2 attempts to dunk.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
So we're going to give Shaquille Lewis a 3rd attempt. Why not? A 3rd attempt.
Yeah, hopefully he gets this one. Oh.
And Shaquille Lewis goes reverse.
Oh, okay.
So judges Cameron Hildreth, Zaire Taylor, and Alia Al-Shabri, who's been everywhere today, Alia Al-Shabri, is doing the votes. Shaquille Lewis gets 18 of the votes. So Victor Ollerin, now of the Nottingham Hoods, going windmill.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm excited for Kai Walker.
You're excited to see Kai Walker?
Yeah, I'm excited to see Kai Walker.
Ollerin.
Oh.
A 2nd attempt windmill. Vince, I think, is probably going to give... He's going to give him a 3rd again.
I don't think he had a good warm-up. Oh.
He's still going with what he wants to do. Goes 2 hands this time.
2-hand windmill. Okay, okay. Should have tried that first. Okay, Kai Walker.
So
let's go.
I think this is a fan favorite.
A fan, definitely the hometown guy, and your teammate at Solent Kestrels too, Kai Walker.
Yes, very athletic. I think he's gonna get something. He's gonna get it out the jump. I think he's gonna do something really, really crazy right now.
Kai Walker has shown great athleticism for the Kestrels this season, and obviously got that huge putback dunk in the Div 2 final. Oh!
And that's just a light one, you know.
That's
just
the
a light
first
one.
attempt.
We see that every day in practice, though, so that's nothing, you know. But I gotta say though, you know, I think he's the only one that got his first attempt, so.
Got Cameron Hildreth on his feet.
Yeah, that got him up. Even the competitors are like, wow, that was impressive, Kai.
Zaire Taylor doesn't look too impressed.
Oh.
Zaire Taylor, who said in the men's game he will dunk on someone.
Is he athletic, Taylor?
Oh, Taylor, yeah. 23 for Kai Walker.
Oh, that's a great score. Wait, so how many points can you get?
It's a maximum of 30.
Oh.
So a good score.
Yeah, not bad first round.
A good score for Kai Walker, who takes the lead. So here we go, 2nd round. So we did miss Charles Aqua-Davis's first attempts, unfortunately. It was due to the dunk contest. I think it was due to start at 5:10, but it started 5 minutes early. Or excuse me, 10 minutes earlier.
I think this guy has something special for us right now. He's trying to get the crowd involved.
Charles Aqua-Davis of the Thames Valley Cavaliers.
I'm getting excited.
Aqua-Davis now with his first attempt.
Oh, I think he could do better than that.
Especially with a crowd in front, Earl, there must be so much pressure just going for something special. You've got to be creative as well, haven't you? You're not sure on that one, are you?
I don't think that helped at all.
I'm sure I've seen him do better in games.
Yeah.
Come on, Charles.
No, I think, like I said, Kai Walker probably has this in the bag. We were practicing before, yesterday.
Nothing to do with hometown advantage, obviously.
It's just special.
Hemel Storm Shaquille Lewis, who had such a great game when Hemel Storm played here in December, didn't miss from the field in that game, will come for his 2nd round attempt.
Caught Kestrel's out, I'm sure, in
in that one, without a doubt.
Absolutely.
This should be intense right now.
So here we go. Shaquille Lewis really
Oh,
was going for the
Oh.
backboard.
if you would have finished that.
I don't know if he,
Right, didn't he?
I don't know if he had the
Franchise.
one hand and was looking to cock it back and then go. I'm not sure.
It's kind of strong too, you know.
Freakishly athletic at 6'7". Gets a 3 to go.
Yeah.
I don't think that counts though.
The angle he's taking is kind of weird though. I'm kind of confused. There we go. Yes.
So
there we go.
plays it safe and goes really hammers it with authority. If that went in off the top of the shot clock, that would have been even more impressive. So we're just going to wait to see
It was a strong dunk. I'm not sure what he was trying to attempt the first 2 times.
Yeah, you'd have thought just
Yeah,
throw it up off the
I
backboard,
would have
give yourself a
rather
bit more
did
time.
that.
Yeah.
Than, let's see the replay. Oh,
22 for Shaquille Lewis in that round. So
22.
22. So Cameron Hildreth, Zaire Taylor, Ali Al-Shabri.
What do we reckon?
Generous,
Bit
maybe?
generous.
Yeah, that's very generous.
But
22.
hey, well, I'm not a dunker. I
Yeah,
can't.
yeah.
I don't have a part to play in this.
You surprised me.
Ollering goes
That's
on
what
the
I'm talking
legs.
about right there.
Oh.
I want to see more of that. I want to see. He should have pulled that out in the first round.
Maybe saving the best to last.
yeah.
Victor's quite small though, isn't he? What was he? 6'1",
6'3".
6'3".
There we go.
Oh.
I think he can get it. I think he can get it. He has one last try, right?
Yeah.
Ronald Blain behind us, right behind Chris Hughes, is on his phone. They've all got. Most of them have got their phones out here.
Oh,
It misses that.
Unfortunate. Good
He
job,
went
good
for
job.
it, but
He went for
unfortunately
it.
couldn't get it to go.
I actually respect that though. He went for the most difficult dunk of the day. So, congrats to him. Okay, I'm
So
excited,
Kai
guys.
Walker,
I'm excited. You guys are gonna love this one.
My
First
money's on
time.
two-hand reverse.
No, he's gonna see. It's
A little
gonna
bit
be
extra.
A little bit extra. I think he's gonna shut it down right here. He's gonna shut it down.
only player ready to go to the side closest to the fans. Here we go, first attempt.
Let's go home.
Oh!
Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's a clean 30.
Game over.
I think that's a clean 30. I think that's a clean 30.
Points right
That's
towards
definitely
us in
clean.
the commentary booth,
Yep.
mainly to you, I guess.
Yes, yes.
His
We
practice partner.
practice, you know what I'm saying? We practice putting in the hours.
You can get the credit.
Yeah, happy. You know, gave him the idea. Say, hey, this is what we should do.
Just checking to see what the score is.
He has to have got that one.
26.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
and,
Somebody down there is hating. I'm not gonna lie. Someone's hating on Solon right now.
Kai Walker just, as he sits down, just shouting, "This is my house."
Yeah. Is this the last one?
So we're just seeing what the final matchup is on this, because admittedly the scoring is actually not on the board right now. So I'm going solely on what Vince is saying down on the court. We have a tie. So Charles Aqua-Davis and Shaquille Lewis are tied for second. Kai Walker is top. So
What have we got?
do you
Not
call that
surprised.
sudden death?
Yeah, dunk off.
The dunk off.
Is it one attempt or?
We'll see. I mean, this wasn't in the rule book. I think Chris was hoping that it would be
It wouldn't happen.
straightforward. That's what 2 months of planning get you.
Yeah. No, you guys did awesome. This is great. This is a great turnout. There we go. There we go.
On the runway.
Aqua-Davis.
Oh!
Oh! Not bad. Not
The
bad.
little Jordan pump.
the Jordan
crowd
esque.
It was-
Not quite from the foul
I
line,
was
but
saying beforehand that Charles Aqua-Davis, he doesn't jump, he floats.
He floats. He floats. That was a little baby Jordan dunk. Take it.
Zaire Taylor and Cameron Hildreth.
Shaq's looking nervous.
Zaire and Cameron enjoyed that. I wasn't sure about Alia though. Her reaction was pretty steadfast.
She's probably like, what's all this dunking thing?
Oh,
Go big shot. Let's go big
I'm going to
shot.
steer clear of that. Shaquille Lewis now with his attempt. Goes for
Whoa.
exactly the same dunk as the last round though.
How many did Charles get for his? I didn't hear.
He's playing it safe.
Yeah, he's playing it safe. Maybe he might get by. He's been getting generous points for the last 2 rounds. He's been doing great.
So we're just waiting to see.
Nice, nice, nice.
So Charles Aqua-Davis and Kai Walker will battle it out in the final of the inaugural Rebound All-Stars dunk contest.
Team Pink versus Team Blue.
Yep.
Team Pink versus Team Blue.
I think someone's going to bring home another trophy. Trying to get another win under the belt.
Taylor won the skills, right?
Taylor Gaffney won the skills, yeah. I think we've been dominating all day.
So the winner of this game wins £100 in cash.
Whoa.
Plus a goodie bag from Kent Baller.
I didn't know that.
You could have been in this dunk contest.
I could have signed up. No one gave me the sign-up sheet.
Oh, here we go.
Of course, this dunk contest sponsored by Box Shop, who have been the lead sponsor as one of the volunteers.
Oh no, Chris
confidently,
Hughes, check the insurance.
Charles Aqua-Davis getting the fans on their feet, getting that engagement.
Right.
That volunteer looks confident as well.
Something we don't. Oh.
Now, Charles was actually practicing this in the warm-ups, the round the back to the dunk there.
I think he might
That's
be
a
able
hard
to get
one.
If he gets this.
I think he might be able to get this.
This is a hard dunk to pull off, I think.
And whatever you do, don't move.
You know, that depends on the person. Sometimes people just make it look easy.
Here he
There we go.
goes.
Oh, I don't know
No,
about
still
this.
couldn't get it.
I think the hardest part
One-
about this dunk is getting it behind his back.
Vince has been really lenient on how many attempts these players have. It's 3 or nothing. So the 2 attempts that we were told, that went right out the
Right,
window from the
yeah.
first round. That
But they're
did.
trying to give the crowd a show, I'm pretty sure.
Absolutely. Charles Aqua-Davis.
Okay, he's
Gonna
switching
grab it
something
baseline.
up. He's doing something different. Just don't hurt nobody.
Here he goes.
Oh! Oh!
And nearly got it.
Oh! That
Got
was-
blocked by the rim.
All right, Kai Walker, let's take it home.
Yeah, come on, in, Kai.
Let's take it
All you
home.
got to do is.
Yeah.
Kai Walker's
got-
got to have, as you
Hey.
see the replay there, just
Yeah.
narrowly missing out. But Kai Walker's got something special going on, I think, here.
Yeah, he's calling out the crowd.
He's calling
someone
out
the crowd.
Is that Elias Portman he's calling out?
Oh, that's his teammate. That's Elias Pullman.
He is calling out Elias Portman, his Solent Kestrel's teammate.
Tell you what, Earl, you're in the safest place up here.
Yeah, I don't want nothing to do with this. He has a toothpick in his mouth. Hopefully that adds points to the tray.
Shoot it off the side of the backboard.
We talked about this one. I told him not to do this one, but
So what are you thinking here, Earl, on this dunk?
I'm thinking he should just keep it safe.
Yeah?
Honestly.
What do you think he's going for, though, here, though?
He's gonna try.
But he's going to get 3 goes at it, isn't he?
Yeah, either way.
He's gonna try to catch it and dunk it off from the side.
Here he goes.
Oh,
Probably not how he
not
wanted
what
it.
he wanted. Just we should let him go again. We
Blame
should-
Zane for that one.
Yeah, Zane. Yeah,
It was a bad
that's
toss.
yeah. Elias Portman.
Maybe it was the toothpick. Either way, just points to us in the commentary box there, Elias Portman. I thought I had it.
You got 100 pounds, man.
So, Kai Walker of the Solent Kestrels is the winner of the Box Shop Dunk Contest.
Congratulations.
So, congratulations to Kai. He receives £100 in cash plus a Kent Baller goodie bag as Cameron Hildreth and Zaire Taylor, Ali Al-Shabri,
I gotta say though,
the
it takes
fellow
a-
Team Blue,
Yeah,
just giving them some love there.
takes a lot of guts to come out here and do this.
So congratulations to all involved in the dunk contest. And Earl, just your final thoughts before we head to the men's game on what we just witnessed, an entertaining dunk contest to set us up perfectly for the men's All-Star game at 6.
Yeah, like I was just saying, it takes a lot of guts to come out here and do a dunk contest because, you know, there's so many things. There's a crowd. Maybe your legs might not be under you today, but they did great. They competed, you know, but once again, Solent takes home another ring, and we're going to do that. You know?
And just to come out cold and do it as well. It's not like it's a warm-up for the start of a game.
Yeah,
where
no, absolutely.
You've got yourself more mentally ready. And
Yeah, it's definitely different. It's way different.
So, that ends the dunk contest here at Solent Sports Complex. Join us, though, hopefully at 6 p.m. when the men's All-Star game will take place
Yeah, this
here.
should be really good.
Shaquille
Oh, there you go.
now
You can make
Shaquille,
it.
what
Now
was
the
that?
pressure's off.
now Shaquille Lewis makes a windmill. Either way, that ends the dunk contest. Shaquille Lewis now ruining the fact he got a windmill dunk
Yeah,
there.
man, you lost out at 100 pounds.
But join us at 6 p.m. for Team Blain versus Team Johnson. It is the men's All-Star game. They've got a tough act to follow. The women went to overtime. Kat Hulme's team got the job done. Who will get the job done in the men's All-Star game? Check it out at 6 p.m. on the Rebound YouTube channel. My thanks to Jerry Merrill and Earl Thompson. I'm John Hobbs, and we'll see you in just a little bit.
What up, mate?
Kai Walker, the winner of the dunk contest. First of all, Kai, just tell me, how do you feel that you're here right now?
Oh, it feels insane. Like, I'm a part of the D1 guys, but like I play D2,
Right.
so to be here is it's fantastic. And what everyone's set up, it's incredible. I
Yeah.
really think it's a good job.
Absolutely.
Everyone's done a great job.
Well, he's D1 also right now, but he's going to be there in the future. You have a lot of years ahead of you. You're going to be in so many different leagues probably around Europe. I'm just predicting right now. I'm a little biased, but tell me about each dunk. What were you thinking when you prepared for this contest?
Preparing, I only practiced once, but it was just a lot of like power, just power, aggressiveness. I knew that them guys can really jump, windmill. I can't do none of that, but I can dunk it aggressively. I can jump high off one. And I didn't feel I was gonna get through to the final. I never made that final one before, so
Yeah.
making that, I was like, oh, so
Yeah.
I can't complain.
How did you feel about that final dunk at the end? When you knew, like, did you know that you were winning it afterwards, or how did you feel?
When Charles went up, if he made it behind the back, he had it, but I was like, I could try the one that I had planned originally. I was gonna go safe, but I was like, nah. I essentially won it one hand,
Yeah.
but I was like, no, I got two hands, get it done. But
Yeah.
I won it, so.
So if you've seen a dunk contest in the past for the NBA, what was the best dunk that you've ever seen? Have you ever thought about doing that dunk?
I'll say Zach Clavine, free throw line, through the legs.
Okay.
I've never seen anyone do that in my life.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Definitely that one. Yeah.
Okay, so next dunk contest, that's what we want to see then.
Oh. I ain't got that. I'll practice it though. I've got a year.
Okay, you got a year. He's got it. All right, I'm here with Kai Walker, dunk contest winner. Kai, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sports complex here in Southampton for the inaugural Rebound All-Stars event here on the South Coast. And it all boils down to the final game of today. We had a thrilling game between El Shabri and Team Hulme, which ended up being a win for Team Hulme after overtime. Now we have the men's All-Star game between Team Blain and Team Johnson. Team Johnson in blue, Team Blain in pink. John Hobbs alongside Jerry Merrill for what promises to be a fantastic climax to what has been such an entertaining day here at the Solent Sports Complex. We're going to have a look at the team lineups as well, starting with Team Blain. And there's the lineup. There are some changes though to the lineup. Blake Bowman and Morikino Williams not in the lineup today, and neither is Cole Gentry, the league and playoff MVP. Blake Bowman, unfortunately, not with us due to COVID, and Cole Gentry due to personal issues. Now we'll go over to Team Johnson, and unfortunately, no Josh Gudemi in the lineup, as he is injured, and Bradley Caboza has not suited up due to BBL commitments with the London Lions. However, Charles Aqua-Davis has slotted into the lineup for Team Pink. And all in all, it sounds like it's still going to be a fantastic men's All-Star game, despite the very last-minute changes that we've seen. Of course, James Vere of Barking Abbey, formerly of London Lions, the head coach of Team Blain, and Julian Stanley, the head coach of the Worthing Thunder, is on Team Johnson. So a good all-round lineup for today's game.
Yeah, and despite all of the changes, if this game is half as good as the women's game earlier on, as you're saying, John, went to overtime, Team Blue were 10 up, then went 10 down. Were 10 down, then went 10 up, and eventually lost in overtime to Catherine Hume's team. It was a fantastic game, great advert, amazing atmosphere here, players interacting with the fans in good voice. Chris Hughes and Rebound and his various volunteers done an amazing job getting this off the ground in less than 2 months. It's been absolutely phenomenal. I'm really, really privileged to be here. Absolutely, and so far, Solent and Worthing have claimed the spoils. If you discount Team Hulme's win in the relative contests that have gone on in this day, it's been all Solent and Worthing as Taylor Gaffney, Zaire Taylor and Kai Walker picking up the spoils in the relative skills contest, three-point contest and dunk contest as well. I'm just trying to work out what it is, trying to remember what it is in terms of pink and blue. I think it's 3-1 blue, is it?
Do you know what? I can't count. You know what? It's been such a long day. I don't even know anymore.
Blue won the skills contest.
Pink won the three-point
shot.
And Kai Walker technically won the dunk contest. I don't know what was he wearing.
He's
pink?
blue.
He was blue, was he?
So that's 2-1.
So there we go.
And then the Pinks won the women's All-Star game. 2-2 then. So all to play for. Here we go.
Absolutely. So starting fives for Team Blain, starting off: David Moyer, Hafiz Abdul, Ronald Blain, Zaire Taylor and Travis Charles. So 2 from Worthing, 2 from Newcastle. Gosh, you couldn't get any further apart if you tried. And Travis Charles of Solent Kestrels completing the starting 5. For Team Johnson, of course, in blue, and there you see them on the screen now: Luke Bazumbru of Solent Kestrels, Hakeem Silla of Thames Valley, Carl Jimenez, Taylor Johnson and Greg Polion. So 2 Hemel players, the 2 leaders of the Hemel Storm, Taylor Johnson, Greg Polion this season. Hakeem Silla, who for the 5th straight season averaged a double-double with the Thames Valley Cavaliers. Luke Bazumbru, who has had an incredible season with the Solent Kestrels, winning the league and playoff double, and of course the National Cup. And Carl Jimenez, who has spoken to me about his what he's had and what he's endured with the Nottingham Hoods. Had a great first season there, averaging some solid numbers, and has said he's really enjoyed his time across the East Midlands in Nottingham.
Yeah, I think Coach Stanley at the Hoods did an amazing job this year. When you think they finished bottom of the league last season, finishing, what was it, fifth?
Yep.
Fifth this season? Fourth this season. Incredible result, and must surely be, well, I'd have thought he would have been running for most valuable coach, which of course went to Matt Shaw of Derby in the end. So here we are, almost time for tip-off at the SSC.
Looking forward to this one. It's the final game of the NBL season, unofficially, you could say. There's going to be a lot of farewells following on for this one. Of course, David Moyer, the number 2 on Team Pink, will be flying off to play a professional career in Puerto Rico following this. Zaire Taylor, of course, in his final NBL game. He has said that there is one more game he will be competing in, but I'm not sure what that game is. I'm sure those of you at home will probably take a guess as to what game that is. Hakeem Silla and Afees Abdul get us underway, and Team Blue get the first possession.
First three.
Straight away. Taylor Johnson strings in a 3.
I'm interested to see what these guys are going to do with what's, let's face it, it's going to be no defence.
Well, we'll see what happens. The women's game was so physical. Over the top, Hafiz Abdul wearing Providence on the back. That's his mother's maiden name. He was telling us before the game, so in homage to his mum's maiden name on the back for Hafiz Abdul. Blain driving inside, gets it to go. And it's a 3-2 start, or a 5-0 start, excuse me, for Team Johnson. That was Hakeem Silla with the score. Moyer. And here is Blain. Blain nearly had it stolen from Silla and blocked by Silla.
Well kept in as well.
Absolutely. Taylor, wide 3, gets it to go.
We were saying earlier, John, in the three-point shootout that, you know, the actual three-point line we're using here is probably a bit too close for Zaire. So that was more like his usual range, sort of more NBA.
Carl Jimenez on Team Blue saying that even though Taylor won, he's probably not used to going so close. Charles. Or Polion,
nice spin move from Greg.
That was Greg Polion, and they got the assist to Carl Jimenez for 2. So far, both teams just feeling each other out, you feel, as Moyer and Blain, the Newcastle connection there.
Yeah, Ronald Blain getting on the board with a 3 for his first score.
Bazumburu looking to answer.
Trying his luck, not his usual
he has improved
range.
that three-point range as Moyer goes on the back for that one.
It's one of the things, actually, being here week in, week out, watching him play. You know, more and more teams leaving Bazumburu open from 3, and he started to make them.
Absolutely, as Taylor Johnson goes over David Moyer for the 2. 9-6 to Team Johnson, and Taylor Johnson has 5 of those points. Zaire Taylor gets a 3 over Johnson, and Taylor Johnson with a smile on his face.
Z against Taylor Johnson could be a really, really good matchup as the game goes on.
Zaire was saying he is going to dunk on someone in this game, as Polion misses his 3.
I'm not sure I can see Taylor letting that happen, though.
Here is Taylor on the ball, dancing his way round the back pass to Hafiz Abdul for 3.
And when I said Taylor, I realised how confusing that is. I meant Taylor Johnson not letting it happen.
Johnson fouled by Taylor. A foul like that in the first quarter
of an All-Star game.
Zaire Taylor and Taylor Johnson just exchanging a handshake there. Jimenez. Polion had a huge double-double in that playoff final in Manchester.
Oh, Johnson between the legs, back the other way, fade away, is
Gets
good.
it to go. Taylor Johnson.
And the thing that, you know, able to get the ball, he's such a good mover off the ball.
Yeah. Here is Hafiz Abdul. Still no dunks in this game so far. Everyone's just settling for 3s and jumpers. Probably just a sign of the good defense as Bazumburu, who can really fly, going inside. And Jimenez will reset.
Yeah, they're hardly pushing the ball down the floor either, are they? That's not yet, anyway.
On a 3, that's short. Johnson skying for the rebound. Moyer with the rebound, and there is Hafiz Abdul. There is a lot of Worthing Thunder fans in attendance here today, and they jumped out of their seats for that dunk. Here is Buzumbru. Buzumbru, a step back three, misses everything on the follow with Silla.
Nice assist to Hakeem Silla. Clearly drawn up by the coach.
Moya. Travis Charles, turnaround jumper for Charles.
Money.
Here is Johnson, a catch and shoot for Taylor Johnson. 10 points now for Taylor Johnson. There's a few Hemel fans in attendance.
Getting the crowd in it. That's
absolutely
brilliant.
Hafiz Abdul gets it to go on the pass from Moya.
Somehow managed to keep control of it.
Expectedly quick start to this All-Star game as Polion goes in and scores. Travis Charles misses the ball, collects it and puts it in. So both teams scoring quite easily at the moment.
Yeah, but I was just going to say, I'm wondering when the first subs are going to come. And Coach Stanley looking to bring in Tyler Cartano and Jace Harrison, it looks like.
Here is a round-the-back pass to Hafiz Abdul, takes flight and he scores. He was looking to explode there, but instead got a little up and under to go.
Ron Blain and Hafiz Abdul having a little bit of a mid-court conversation there while...
At the corner is Johnson, misses the two. Silla, another rebound, gets it to go.
While the Blues play offense.
Zaire Taylor. Charles blocked by Silla, or Polion, excuse me.
Yeah, those two will go at it all day long, won't they? Both New Yorkers, both wearing number 21.
Absolutely, and inside Silla with the easy finish off the feed from Buzumbru. And here is Taylor.
Oh, this could be it. This is it.
It's not on anyone.
Oh.
He wants to dunk on someone.
Be on someone, has it? Okay.
He was saying he wants to dunk on someone. That's what he was telling Molly after the three-point contest. So, timeout called by Julian Stanley of Team Johnson, and Ronald Blain's Team Pink lead 24-22. Taylor leading the way for them with 8 points, leading all scorers, however. Taylor Johnson with 10.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how much notice they're all looking pretty attentive, actually, in the timeout, you know, to the coaches and things. A lot of respect, and that's something that we saw in the women's game as well. Alia Al-Shabrawi not able to play due to injury, unfortunately, and then this morning took over the coaching role, completely hyped for it, and the players were just glued to what she was saying in the timeouts and things.
So if you've just joined us on the Rebound Basketball YouTube channel, everybody, welcome. It's been a fantastic celebration of basketball here on the South Coast. Thank you so much for being part of it here on the YouTube channel. John Hobbs, Jerry Merrill bringing you all the action, and it's been a fantastic day. So many people have come up to the commentary booth, joined us on commentary. It's just been such a relaxed atmosphere. Everyone from British basketball here, it's like a who's who. Even some BBL players are here. Of course, Cameron Hildreth from Wake Forest is here. It's just great to see, isn't it?
Absolutely. Getting Vince McCauley down to do the court side. You know, he's got exactly the right personality for it.
Absolutely.
And one of the greats of the British game.
Nice Johnson, nice pass from Cartano. That was beautiful. And Taylor Johnson says thank you very much. Jace Harrison of Barking Abbey onto the floor as well.
Again, that movement off the ball.
And Aerosol on the ball into the game.
Yeah, I'd like to see...
Abdul going inside. Abdul was looking for the dunk, but instead goes over Johnson and scores.
I'd like to see Cartano marking Aerosol. I'd like to see those two facing off. Chaminade teammates from
Absolutely,
Hawaii.
Yeah. And they've had a few matchups this season, of course, and the playoffs as well, where Reading finished 8th. Solent, of course, the top seed. They're in the playoff seedings for the quarterfinals as Polion goes over Abdul.
Woo!
Excuse me, that was over Charles.
So wish.
And Andre Aerosol, of course, as we mentioned earlier, wearing Gigi on the back in homage to his grandma. Here is Blain. Gets it back from Abdul, and he's short with his attempt. And here comes Johnson. Johnson with the elbow jumper, no good. On the follow was Silla.
Yeah, that's Hakeem Silla, isn't it? That's his game.
A 5th straight double-double season for Hakeem Silla. 20 points, 12 boards this season. Big 3 for Abdul. That's off the back iron. Cartano read the rebound. Ball comes off his knee, but he still has it. Bit of a smile on his face.
There you go. Have it back. Have another go. Gets to the hole.
And there he
left hand.
goes. Misses the layup. Charles.
What? Travis
Charles
on point
all the
duty.
way,
What a
and
pass!
Blain for the finish. That's what the fans want to see.
The big men combining on the break.
Travis Charles playing honorary point guard as David Moyer takes a seat. Tom Ward, who featured in the three-point contest earlier, checks in for the first time. Tom, a new daddy in the world. Just his girlfriend gave birth just a few months ago, and they're both in attendance today as well, which is great to see. Greg Polion with the finish.
Travis Charles calling for the sub, but not having any, not getting any joy yet. So he's going to match up with ex-teammate John Lashley.
Tom Ward for 3, and Jonathan Lashley there with the rebound. Johnson putting the moves on Aerosol. Misses the handle, instead kicks it out to Harrison, who puts up a 3. Great season for Jace Harrison with Barking Abbey. Started the season strong, went off the rails a little bit towards the end, but still a great season nonetheless as Aerosol hits a 3.
And nice, I can see Chris Hughes in the front row of the bleachers actually having a chance to sit down and get
He's
a
not
look
even
at,
watching,
get
he's
a
on
look.
his phone.
He's on his phone, yeah. Yeah. Check your Instagram, folks. It'll be landing there soon.
Lashley, that's a 3 for Jonathan Lashley as we enter the final minute of the first quarter in what has been an unsurprisingly frantic, fast-paced first quarter.
The phone,
Aerosol.
the phone's just beeped, actually. That was probably...
There is Abdul for the flush. All the dunks have been from Team Pink so far.
And Hafiz Abdul with 3 of them, if my my memory's right.
Lashley and Aerosol battling for the loose ball. Aerosol puts on the Jets, bumps Aerosol. Bumps Johnson. And the foul called on Taylor Johnson, who hugs it out with Aerosol. As we mentioned as well, Aerosol, a great season again for the Kestrels, leading the way, being such an integral part of both offense and defense this season. His role has kind of diminished. First season, it was very offensive orientated. Of course, he won Defensive Player in the Year either way, but it's been more of a facilitator, more of a role player, which he has adjusted to fantastically.
Yeah, he came off the bench to start off with in the first season and then quickly was starting 5. And this season, he's been 6th or 7th man off the bench, the likes of All and Jackman and people like that. Just that, their depth is just ridiculous.
Absolutely. Matt Guyman switching up his starting 5 regularly this season. Of course, Brendan Okoronkwo was another player that started on the bench quite a lot, didn't he? But he then went to a starting role as we enter the final seconds of the first quarter. Aerosol misses the 2. Jode Campbell was the player who missed the 3 last out. That ends the first quarter. And so far, it's been a good quarter all round, 35-33 in favour of Team Blain.
Yeah, the coaches or the players or the refs or whoever are managing it really, really well, keeping it close, high scoring, everybody involved. As you'd expect, being played in a fantastic spirit. And, that's one of the things that I'm sure Chris Hughes and the crew were looking at when they were picking the teams were, we want the right people involved in this, and definitely got them here.
Absolutely. And so far, Hafiz Abdul leading the way for Team Blain with 13 points. Taylor Johnson leading all scorers with 14, and it's great to see when you had the roaming camera there just a second ago picturing in on the fans. Great to see. It was like a Worthing Thunder connection of old on the front row next to Chris Hughes as Max Richardson, Brendan Okoronkwo, Cameron Hildreth and Daniel Hildreth, Cameron's dad, of course, the former Worthing Thunder coach and player, all on the front row, which is fantastic to see. And in between them, Elias Porman, of course, who's had a great season with the Solent Kestrels and the second team in Division 2.
Yeah, interesting to see sort of people moving along the coast.
Great to see. Of course, it's not that far, is it, from Worthing to Solent? Only about a 50-minute ride along the M27. So a lot of Worthing fans in attendance here today.
Andre Arisol just realising that he better take his chain off, having played the whole 1 quarter with it on. Oh, and here's another matchup. Okay, Andre against
Luke Bazumbru. Yeah.
This is going to be interesting.
The 2 Solent guys. Bazumbru straight away with a foul. Tim Brown is just ignoring that. It is an all-star game. Victor Ollerin into the game as well. 14 pink as Tom Ward scores.
Yeah, nice move from Tom Ward. Fade away, long 2.
So trademark of Tom Ward throughout the years, and especially this season. Bazumbru loses the ball to his teammate Andre Arisol, and Hafiz Abdul was going to go for the dunk, but couldn't hang on to the pass by Arisol.
So here we go. Yeah, so Andre's telling Luke all about it.
Here is Cartado, who's had a few attempts so far, yet to get off the mark. Here he goes, going to the hoop, blocked by Aqua Davis, and he gets his own rebound.
Yeah, good job, Charles Aqua Davis, stepping in at the last minute for Mo Williams.
And one-legged 3 from Arisol. Here is Aqua Davis, a good 3-point shooter, but he misses on that occasion.
Jody Campbell has it knocked away, recovers it.
What a pass, but it didn't nearly found Lashley, and the ball does go out of bounds as Ollerin couldn't quite hang on to it. Victor Ollerin, though, what a season again for the second year running he's had with the Nottingham Hoods. Scoring has gone down a bit, but such a defensive presence for Nottingham actually led the Hoods in steals with just under 2 a game.
Yeah, and, you know, I think with the way that team's developed, you know, the people who stayed, their roles were going to change. And, you know, testament to his hard work and his adaptability that he has.
Bazumbru
looking to throw it down, getting met at the rim.
Cartano puts up a 3, and Ollerin with the rebound. Abdul for 3. And here is Cartano. Nice pass from Bazumbru.
Jody Campbell with the up and under won't go, gets the rebound.
Silla collects. Silla still has it. I think a foul's been called. Yeah,
foul on Aqua Davis.
Been called. And while we've got a quick break in play, it's interesting actually, Jerry, to see the comments that have come up on our YouTube channel. And it's very interesting that we do address this as well. This has taken only 2 months, probably not even 2 months to organise. So much work has gone on behind the scenes. I know I've been part of that, as of you, Jerry. You know, unfortunately, some players have not been able to commit to this event. It was put on very last minute. So, you know, unfortunately, we'd love to have gotten everyone from every team down here, or as many as we could. But, you know, it just is what it is right now. So it's great to have all these players on the floor right now, as Arisol, another one-legged 3, misses everything on that occasion.
I think as well, you know, it's the end of a long season. People want to break. You know, some of these coaches that are coaching academies as well, you know, working, you know, 10, 11, 12 hours a day. You know, the end of the season comes and they're like, whew, thank goodness for that.
Absolutely.
They're off on holiday, all sorts of things.
Back jam for Ollerin. Zaire Taylor's even calling the assist.
So the far end from where we are of the bleachers is normally where all the students sit here, John. Noticeable that they were all up at that far end for that one in particular.
Absolutely. But in such a short space of time, great to see so many of the players on both the men and the women's side have committed to play in this All-Star game.
John Lashley getting a hand up in Tom Ward's face there. Didn't make any difference.
Bazumbru dancing his way inside over. Aerosol lays it up and in.
He'll like that. Here we go.
Aerosol, look at
He's
to go.
gonna
He's going to
come the
go
other
right
way.
back at him.
Make it.
Shot with his three. Ward gets the rebound. Olerin goes for three.
Tyler Cartano's quietly having a decent game on the boards.
Cartano inside, beautifully
Can't
done,
finish
and
it.
on the follow again, Hakeem Silla. Hakeem Silla now 7 or 8 for 8 from the field, 14 points, 4 rebounds for Hakeem Silla. No doubt he'll love to have a double-double as Tom Ward nearly got another 3 to go, and Olerin collected the rebound. Aqua Davis, the extra pass to Taylor for 3.
Do you know what? I don't think I've ever seen anybody wear longer shorts than Zaire Taylor.
You should see his pink robe. Lashley was fouled, I think, by Olerin. Team Blain leading 45-43 as we enter the near halfway point of the half as Carl Jimenez.
Team Blue going for the...
Absolutely, they're going for a
the
full range, aren't they?
schoolboy 5-on-5. 5-on-5 off. Apart from the shooter.
Actually, Silla will remain as well. I think Greg Polion will actually come in for Lashley after this. Well, after the free throws anyway, excuse me, as he makes the first. That's a first foul on Olerin. Thankfully, not many team fouls so far, so we don't have to worry about that. We didn't have to worry about that in the women's game either, which was good.
And I think the women's game, you know, you look at that, the number of youngsters involved in that, you know, all the cola players, etc., and, you know, people like Izzy Bunyan and things. You know, the future of women's basketball in this country looks really strong. Certainly, you know, from a domestic player point of view.
Well, speaking to Christina Karpova after the game, and she pretty much said said the exact same thing as Aqua Davis puts in a 2, saying it was a great advert for the women's game and great that it did go to overtime and showcase the very best of what they can do. Harrison.
I spoke to Kat Hume yesterday. And,
Harrison, what a move.
And she was saying she felt it was Aaliyah's youngsters against her older ones. Two different styles of play.
We won't comment on that, will we? Olerin gives it up to Jimenez. Jimenez now can break. The bounce pass, asking
unlucky.
a bit too much of Silla. However, I think that might have come off Tom Ward's foot. As Ronald Blain checks in for Team Pink, and Aerosol will take a seat.
Yeah, Luke Bazumbru had already headed to the bench, I think, so saving themselves from one another.
Yeah, absolutely. Polion backing down Taylor and
nice
finishes.
Move.
Zaire Taylor can defend that position, but when you've got a player as skilled as Polion, here is Taylor.
Yeah,
backing down and turns it over again. Another steal for Jimenez, and Johnson
3 on
now
3.
Absolutely
Johnson.
away in the races, and a travel called on Taylor Johnson.
What? Come on, ref!
He wanted a foul, but he had a smile on his face. I think he knew deep down.
No other way to play it.
Both teams shooting really high percentage, or over 61% from the field in this first half. Blain a 3, and Blain misses that. Here is Jace Harrison. Polion inside to Silla.
Polion showing his all-round game.
Ward over Silla, but he misses the 3. Here is Johnson, currently on 14 points. Oh, Johnson misses the handle, but still has it. Polion on the spin, and he scores. Beautiful from Greg Polion.
Yeah, great footwork.
The 2020-21 NBL Div 1 MVP. Olerin for 3, strings a 3.
Just having a look at their shooting percentages. They seem to be
Absolutely.
shooting, considering the volume of shots that's going up,
There's
shooting
been
the
quite
lights
a
out.
few, yeah. Aqua Davis and
Scrum down.
Polion battling for it. Ward, an open jumper. Aqua Davis, and he misses everything. And he knew it as soon as that ball left his hand. As Hakeem Siller having a quick chat to the fans on the front row. And that's what, another thing that, I know we've touched on this a bit, but, the great communication and camaraderie between the players and the fans today has been so much fun as Ward blocks Taylor Johnson. And Ward still has it. Aqua Davis, Travis Charles.
Yeah, Charles getting out on the break. Good to see him moving more freely. He missed 4 games in the middle of the season with a persistent injury and sort of struggled. And then the last couple of the games in the playoffs came good again. So it's nice to see him fit.
Taylor grabbed the rebound, the alley-oop, and Aqua Davis misses the dunk.
Going the other way.
At the other end, and Polion finishes.
It makes no mistake.
Jimenez with the outlet. Ward gets in for 2, and Siller with probably his easiest rebound of the day.
I was going to say, intensity seems to have gone out of it a little bit with 2.5 minutes to go in the second.
Hakeem Siller is 10 for 10 from the field so far. If you're counting at home, he has 5 rebounds as well. Taylor, an NBA range 3.
You could put money on it quite safely, couldn't you, really?
Final 2 minutes of the half. Johnson answers back, or nearly answered back. On the follow, once again, was Hakeem Siller. Taylor from the other end. And he misses that one. Jimenez gets the rebound. Johnson fakes the pass and scores himself. Blain finds a bit of room. Gets rejected by the rim. As
somebody sub him off.
Taylor, Aqua Davis and Tom Ward will take a seat. In fact, actually, Tom Ward, I think, is staying on the floor. He thought he was coming out, but he's staying on.
Here we go. It's the replay of the... oh, no, I thought it was going to be the replay of the missed dunk. No, it wasn't.
That was off the 3 of, of Taylor. Here is Jimenez to Johnson. Johnson with the step-back jumper over Abdul. Blain with the rebound. Here is Siller to an open Travis Charles. Fans urging Travis Charles to dunk. Here is Polion, and he'll lay it up and in.
Yeah, it's not something you see very often.
Moya loses the handle. Battling with Taylor Johnson, and the possession arrow, I think, goes the way of Team Blue.
Yeah.
So far, 61-57, final minute of the half.
So half-time, and Hakeem Siller's on 22.
22 points, 11 of 11 from the field for Hakeem Siller.
Mind you, when you're only shooting from a foot away, it's a bit easier, isn't it?
Aye, they all count, and they're all as difficult as the next, as Johnson puts in a long 2. And a timeout has been called.
Come on, coach.
By James Veer. He just wants to have a quick chat with his team as a fan just lobs Afees Abdul a bottle of water. That's a good thing to see. But 61-57 in favour of Team Johnson. And it's been an entertaining half, very fast-paced half. But so far, Team Johnson in blue has the lead.
Yeah, I think they've had some pretty couple of dominant performances, haven't they, from Hakeem Siller and Taylor Johnson himself in this first half. More spread effort from Ronald Blain's team, and no doubt they will come back in this last 44 seconds. Can they get a score and a stop? I don't even know whose possession it is, actually.
Absolutely. So 32 or 44.2 seconds remaining. And something that Molly touched on in the women's game, and we're seeing it in the men's game, is both, and I think you might have touched on it at the start, is both coaches taking their timeouts very seriously and the players very engaged in what's happening, which is really good to see.
Yeah, absolutely. James Veer, well-respected coach around the league. Julian Stanley been around the game for a long time as well, in a head coach role. So two well-respected people who are going to be doing it the right way.
Absolutely.
They want their team to win, but they want to play it in the right spirit.
Absolutely. As Moyer has it, shot clock down to 9. Step back
Foot on the
3
line.
for David Moyer, in and out. So it was a 2 anyway. It was, if it counted. Here is Johnson. Only about a second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. In fact, actually, the shot clock has now been turned off. Very late, but it's been turned off. As I think you can call that a foul by Travis Charles.
I was going to say, good catch.
On Akeem Silla. Thankfully, the referees did not call that an unsportsmanlike, even though I think in league play that might have been called unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, for sure.
Akeem Silla for the first time tonight at the foul line and makes the first. Already 11 for 11.
Yeah, so Hakeem Silla, a 66% floor shooter, 68% free throw shooter. Certainly doing more than that today.
Absolutely. As said, 5th straight season of double-doubles for him. Tom Ward, an open 3.
Nice pass, David Moyer. Great look.
And that will end the first half. David Moore, of course, leading the league this season in assists, just over 9 a game. And that ends a fantastic first half of action here at the Solent Sports Complex, where Team Johnson, Team Pink, Team Blue leads Team Pink 65-60. A really fun first half of action to end the day of what has been a great day here in Southampton.
Absolutely, it's been a fantastic day right the way through. The skills challenge at the start set the tone for it. Great audience participation, everybody doing everything with a smile on their face. Grateful to be here at the end of a hard season. And, these guys still got the gas to go 65-60 at half time. It's
Absolutely. So that ends the first half. Hakeem Silla shooting a perfect 11 for 11 from the field, leading all scorers for Team Johnson with 24 points. Taylor Johnson has 18. Zaire Taylor leading the way for Team Blain with 14, and his Worthing Thunder teammate Hafiz Abdul has 13. So half-time, like the women's game, is not 15 minutes, it is 10 minutes. So we will be back in around 5 minutes' time. So enjoy the highlights of what has been an entertaining first half here at the Solent Sports Complex. It's 65-60. Join us in just 5 minutes. Southampton, where it is Team Johnson 65, Team Blain 60, with just over a minute left until the third quarter begins in what has been a fantastic advert for the game, and just testament to the fantastic and hard work that Rebound blogger Chris Hughes has put on to organise this event. And we must give a shout out to all the sponsors involved in today's Rebound All-Stars event. The warm-up tops are sponsored by Game On Active. The jerseys are sponsored by Clear Vision Finance Management, and the box shop, they are made by Always Ballin'. So thank you very much to you guys. The three-point contest, of course, sponsored by Kent Baller, who has been here in attendance all day, supplying the best in sneaker apparel, and everyone's been checking that out as well. The dunk contest was sponsored by Box Shop. So thank you very much to all of the Rebound All-Star event game day sponsors. And as we just begin the third quarter, Vince McCauley, game day MC, and Brendan Okoronkwo just having a quiet chat on the mic here as we bring in Jerry Merrill. I don't know. I have no idea what was said, but either way. So Jerry Merrill is with me. Jerry, welcome. And it's been a fast-paced first half, but like I said to Molly in the women's game, with All-Star games traditionally, it gets a little more competitive now in this second half. Is that what you're expecting?
Yeah, absolutely. As the game winds on, especially if it's close, expect to see, let's say, a little bit more defence. Yeah, and a little bit more urgency and determination. But it's been brilliant so far. You know, great fun. Everybody played in the right spirit. Some brilliant matchups. Teammates playing on different teams. Previous, ex-teammates playing on different teams or playing on the same team again. Really, really good to see.
So we are just about to start the third quarter as referee Tim Brown and Zaire Taylor exchange a few jokes. Hopefully not on the size of Zaire Taylor's shorts, but... Either way, we will start. Here is Moya.
Fair if it was, though.
Such a throwback to the 90s, isn't it, with Taylor?
Yeah.
Charles, a three. That's not like Travis Charles.
At least we haven't got a throwback to the 80s with the short shorts.
We'll talk about throwbacks in the next dead ball. We'll go back to the last NBL All-Star game that I can remember anyway, as Harrison misses a three. And here is Taylor.
Hafiz Abdul actually boxing Hakeem Siller out there. That was, maybe that is a sign of intent of the way things are going to change.
Harrison steals it off Blain.
Oh.
Round the back pass, finds no one but Hafiz Abdul. Here is Moya. Travis Charles, he wants that three. Puts in a three. Travis Charles at the second time of asking. Taylor loses it.
Is he going to get the dunk as well? Not the dunk as well.
And no, he doesn't want to dunk it home. Travis Charles decides to lay it up and in. I thought maybe he was going to do it there.
Yeah, having seen the three, I thought that was going to be the full repertoire.
Take the elevator.
This could be
the up and under from Bazumbru. Moya at the foul line, and on the follow is Hafiz Abdul.
10-minute break has sent the crowd into a bit of a snooze pattern, I think. It's been a long day for everybody. A lot of energy, a lot of excitement.
They've been coming in and out all day long. Of course, £10 got you in all day long if you bought it online, and it's been a great atmosphere. Taylor thought about an NBA-style three, decided to pass it off to Moya. Blain will put up a three, and Silla rebounds. Bazumbru loses the ball to Taylor. Here is Moya, 1 on 3. Finds his teammate Ronald Blain. Fees Abdul a three. 18 points.
Team Blain with a
three-point lead, yeah. Fees Abdul now on 18 points, and that gives Team Blain a 3-point lead. Game was tied at 67 for a bit. Here is Johnson. Johnson was looking for Bazumbru, but a bit of a risky pass as the ball goes out of bounds and will be Team Pink's ball.
Yeah, Zaya Taylor just deflecting it off of Greg Polian's foot.
Carl Jimenez will check in alongside Tyler Cartano, and Bazumbru and Harrison take a seat. Charles. Nowhere near going for a 3 on that one.
And Taylor Johnson not fancying having to mark Zaire and goes,
Here is Taylor.
Here you go, Tyler, you take him.
Zaire Taylor padding his stat sheet with the missed layup, but gets the 2 to go on the rebound.
Zaire
Johnson all the way, and he'll lay it up and in.
Zaire, call me Moses Malone. Taylor.
Here is Taylor again, a wide open 3 for Taylor. That's 19 points for Zaire Taylor.
Somebody was saying Zaire Taylor's been added to the GB men's over 35s.
I'm not saying
I'm not sure if
anything
it's
there.
the Fimber one or the Maxi one.
Travis Charles. Truthfully, I've not seen anything on that. I'll get back to you, I guess. Tyler Cartano finds a bit of room and banks home.
I'm not sure he's actually added anything to the chat. I think he's just been added.
And there is Abdul on the finish, from the pass from Moya. That'd be interesting to see, I guess. Absolutely.
That'd be incredible,
Having
wouldn't
just retired.
Yeah.
Cartano inside and one.
And one.
An and one
What's that all
opportunity. I don't think Tyler Cartano will care too much. But Tyler Cartano, what a great season he had in his first campaign with the Rockets. You know, averaged 19 points and has really shone in his first professional season as a Reading Rocket.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just off 30 minutes a game as well. Yeah, 3.5 assists, 2.3 steals to go with the points and the rebounds.
Really influenced the game at both ends on the alley-oop. Johnson, and it's tipped out by Aerosol. I think he knows.
Asking a little bit too much of Taylor Johnson there.
Well, Taylor Johnson can throw him down. We've seen him do it throughout the years at Thames Valley and at Hemel, and he'll take a seat. Joe Campbell will come into the game for the Team Blue.
For the Blues. Straight away thinks about the 3. Backs it out.
Here is Cartano, a long 3, and Moya rebounds. Hafiz Abdul on a catch and shoot.
Yeah, steps into it nicely.
And Joe Campbell will let that go out of bounds. Joe Campbell, another player with so many players, we haven't touched on this, have so much BBL experience as well. Joe Campbell, one of those players, obviously played last year for the Sheffield Sharks. Most notably, you have to mention that Zaire Taylor has had extensive BBL experience as well. And yeah, it's Jonathan Lashley, a former London Lion as well. Of course, Ronald Blain spent a bit of pre-season as well with the Newcastle Eagles. Here is Lashley on the ball, on the step back, and he gets it to go.
And if we look at other people around the league as well, Raheem May Thompson.
Absolutely, Moya puts in a 3.
Some real talent. I won't say coming down to sort of a lower level, because the level of NBL has really risen, and I think you watch some of the NBL games and the quality of the players that are on show.
As Aerosol was going for a fancy pass, it just hit Lashley on the foot, and I think a game of football has ensued. I know Brighton and Manchester United are going to be playing along the M27 at the Amex at some point today.
Does that affect you getting home?
It does not, thankfully. I live on the west side of Sussex, and thankfully the Amex is on the east coast of Sussex. So it might affect Tom Ward getting home, but not me.
I'm not sure what Southampton were doing, because of course St Mary's is only sort of a couple of 100 yards away from here. I think they were playing at home today, but it was a 5 o'clock kickoff, I think, or something.
Well, that could ruin my trip home, as Johnson blocked by Polion. Greg Polion says not in my house, but just today. Of course, Travis Charles plays his home games here. Abdul, 9 to shoot for Hafiz Abdul. Puts up a 3 and puts it in.
Saying, go on
And
then, John.
Right in the face of the Solent Kestrels or the Solent University students that are watching in their favourite stand.
Big John looking to answer, can't get any luck.
Olerin
Nice
extends his hand and
move.
scores. So it's a 10-point lead for Team Blain, 85-75. 4 minutes left. Polion. Travis Charles smothering defense. Jode Campbell puts up a 3. That's short. And
Blain with the full court bounce pass.
Absolutely, that's a
Gets
6th rebound
stolen.
for Ronald Blain. Inside to Cartano, and Cartano misses the layup. On the follow was Lashley.
Yeah, John Lashley, one of those players, can have a real quick impact on a
Olerin.
game. Tends not to get many minutes, but still manages to have a big impact in the time that he is on court.
Here is Jimenez. Polion putting the moves on Blain. A turnaround jumper for Greg Polion.
Yeah, typical Polion territory. Backing his man down. Again, he's got such great footwork.
Blain backing down Cartano. Blain on the turnaround jumper. That misses everything. Here is Lashley. Sees a bit of daylight and finishes.
John Lashley bringing the thunder.
That rim has seen a bit of taken a bit of a hammering in this game thus far as we enter the final 2 minutes 40 seconds. Abdul, that was a long 3.
Yeah, short on that one.
Absolutely, but on the follow, missed, but a score from Blain.
Yeah, Charles not able to get the first tip to go. Blain on the second follow.
And that ends a 6-0 run from Team Johnson. Lashley, a 3. That again, just about grazed the rim. Hafiz Abdul
what a pass.
open, and he reverses it home. Timeout called by Julian Stanley of Team Johnson. He's seen enough.
Pinpoint pass from Victor Olorera and over
Absolutely.
Tyler Cartano back there. Tyler Cartano's what, 6'5"? Yeah, it was a good reach.
Yeah.
Pinpoint accuracy.
Absolutely, and 2:12 remaining, and Team Blain leads 89-81, and we are heading, you could say, towards an all-star game sweep. Of course, Team Hulme won an epic overtime encounter, Team Pink beating Team Blue, and it looks to be heading that way again, but Team Johnson have fought back. It was a 6-0 run before there was back-to-back buckets from Team Blain.
Yeah, still plenty of time to go.
Absolutely.
We'll see what happens. 1/4 and 2 minutes.
Still
remaining
another quarter to left, yeah.
Of this game. Any predictions on the score, John? What do you reckon we're looking at
I'm staying
getting to?
solely on the fence. I'm not getting involved in that. You can't ask me that.
120?
We'll see. Great to have so many people, though, tuning in on the Rebound Basketball Blog YouTube channel. Great to see so many comments coming in, and a regular on the NBL live streams as well. Tiffany Charles getting her usual support in for Travis. Great to see so many people comment. Great debate happening as well. Support for the players, their relatives, and it just adds to the element, doesn't it?
Yeah, Taylor Johnson's dad is normally a regular.
Absolutely,
on
yeah.
the YouTube comments, isn't he? I haven't seen him on there today, but I don't know if he's watching. If he is, hello, Mr. Johnson
Hopefully
Senior.
so. Hopefully. Hello, Rusty. Lashley blocked by Olerin, and now Olerin off to the races. Abdul bumps his man. Tom Ward, the extra pass to Aerosol. Aerosol dazzling, dancing, feeds it to Aqua Davis in the corner, who rattles in a 3.
Ron Blain up for his team. The towels swinging.
Johnson puts in a 2.
He replies for the 2. Taylor Johnson up to 22. Silla on 24 for Team Johnson.
Leading all scorers, though, Hafiz Abdul with 25 for Team Blain, who leads by 9. 1:11 left in the third. Hollering inside to Abdul. Abdul, I thought was fouled. In fact, was he fouled?
Yes, he was. Yeah.
I almost thought, Joe, I genuinely thought for a second Tim Brown was calling a 3-second violation there.
I think he tried to let it go and not call it, didn't he? But then there was no, he had no choice in the end.
Rusty Johnson, by the way, live and exclusive from Texas, is tuning in, just to let you know, Jerry.
Hooray.
There he is. He was quiet all day long.
There he is, never miss a game.
Cartano misses the handle. I think that'll be a Team Pink ball. And here is Aerosol. Final 45 seconds of the third. Ward, straight away you knew he was going for the 3, instead opts for the 2, and Johnson collects the rebound. In transition is Cartano, misses the layup. Straight away looks at Taylor Johnson. He knew he made that one as Aqua Davis was asking too much of Tom Ward on that possession. So not the greatest of sequence from both teams.
So, Team Johnson, can they get I was going to say, are they going to go for a 2-for-1, get a shot and a stop, but no.
Tyler Cartano is fouled.
Is that Charles Aqua Davis?
And Jerry, an interesting comment has just come on. We'll actually get to it at the end of the quarter, as I genuinely thought that was going to be foul shots. It's not, because neither of them are in the penalty. As Joe Campbell will collect off the inbound, I think that will, that will go to Team Pink, as Joe Campbell's pass hit the other end of the backboard. Laughs all round, though, I'll say that, as we enter the final 10 seconds of this third quarter. Ronald Blain, or Team Blain, leads by 9 over Team Johnson. Here is Hafiz Abdul putting the footwork on. Back iron 3.
Just the look of the way he was dribbling the ball, I was going to say, that's got pull up 3 all over
Final
it.
seconds as Joe Campbell nearly made the long 3, but that ends the third quarter. Team Blain leads Team Johnson 92-83. Hafiz Abdul leading all scorers for from the Worthing Thunder for Team Blain with 25 points. Hakeem Silla with 24. And it's an interesting comment that's just put on. Obviously, we're on the Rebound Basketball channel, so, you know, it's one of those good debates to have, good conversations. Hopefully, it will encourage a lot more on social media. I'm going to take a stab that was Matthew Bryan and Manning, even though it says Matthew B.A. I'm going to go with Matthew Bryan and Manning on this, a former Great Britain international BBL star as well, just recovering from injury as we speak. And this has been an independently run all-star event. It's been fantastically put on by Chris Hughes of the Rebound Basketball blog. But over the years, and we've been involved in this game, we've watched it for many, many years. There's been many BBL all-star games as well. There was NBL all-star games, but BBL still opting not to go for an all-star game. It would be really interesting, though, wouldn't it, to have a BBL all-star game as well, given the popularity that the BBL is getting, especially from its games being on Sky Sports, on BBL Player. It would be a very interesting thing to have, and we would welcome that.
Absolutely. I think, you know, doesn't matter whether it's BBL, NBL, it's British basketball, you know, and it needs to be showcased. And, you know, why not? You know, BBL is a professional league, you know, so therefore, you know, supposedly the best players in the country and from overseas. Why not give them a final chance to showcase everything that they bring, not just in the team structured environment, but let's get some highlights going.
And of course, the last time there was an NBL All-Star game was back in 2003, just down the road at Fleming Park in Eastleigh. What an iconic venue!
I was going to say, good old Fleming Park.
Good old Fleming Park, and you know, players that I saw in that team photo, players such as John Bynum, Alan Cunningham of Solent, Galen Moore of the Worthing Thunder, Gareth Laws, settled now in Plymouth or in Devon, who played for Sutton Pumas that day, Chris Jeremiah of Kingston Wildcats. So many great names I could reel off playing in that last All-Star game.
Yeah, and a long, that's what, 19 years ago. So,
Yeah.
Well done, Chris Hughes, for grabbing the button. I know it's been a dream of his for the last 5 years to get this up and running, and then all of a sudden, a couple of conversations, and 2 months later, here we are.
Absolutely
Incredible.
And I can confirm that was Matthew Bryan and Manning, so thank goodness I didn't get that one wrong. He called me out last time when he was a Worcester Wolves player when I was commentating a Surrey Scorchers game, and I haven't forgotten it since. Aerosol, a step back three for Aerosol. That misses near enough everything.
Team Johnson with a chance to push it.
Absolutely. Trailing right now, though, 92 to 85.
Yeah, here we go. This is going to be it, I reckon. I've got a feeling, I reckon this is going to be the step up now.
We'll wait and see. Here is Olerin putting the moves on Bazumbu. What a move!
Right hand to the left.
Absolutely.
Extension, great move.
Victor Olerin putting the moves on Bazumbu. Polion. Backing it down, Hafiz Abdul. Hafiz Abdul not giving an inch right now.
The double team not sure whether to come or not.
6 on the shot
Kick
clock,
ball.
stolen.
Oh, no kickball?
Was there a kickball? There was,
yeah.
Tim Brown wasn't sure. Now there might be there might be some officials arguing on this. Tim Brown was convinced that it wasn't. Referee Chris Mills, however, called the kickball and was adamant it was a kickball, despite the fact Tim Brown was in maybe a better position. But I'm no referee, I don't know. Silla inside on the follow. On the follow was Polion. Get your hands off me, Jerry.
Yeah, big Greg Polion.
Tom Ward.
Hey, nice move.
An open Charles Aqua-Davis, but Aqua-Davis couldn't get a proper handle on the ball. And Carl Jimenez will break for Team Blue. Polion.
Pass.
The trailer to Johnson.
Again, Olerin just turned his head slightly. Taylor Johnson recognised that.
And the finish there from Aqua-Davis at the other end.
Vince Macaulay feeling it on the courtside commentary as well.
He'll be providing us with the post-game interviews after this. Bazumbu muscling his way inside. And Aqua-Davis and Aerosol just got a bit muddled up there. And Akeem Silla will go to the line, fouled by his Thames Valley teammate, Charles Aqua-Davis.
Another one of those in a regular season game. Might have been something more than a common foul, shall we call it.
And Akeem Silla, who missed the Thames Valley pre-season down in Worthing. He was competing in Afrobasket for Guinea, but came back and has really, really shone for Thames Valley in his 5th season, and one of the leading forwards in the league, and such a smart player, but knows how to get to that spot at just the right time. And it's been proven in the stats here today as he made his first 11 shots. He's 11 for 12 now from the field, has 7 boards to that, and undoubtedly he's 3 rebounds away from another double-double, something that he has done throughout his career.
Yeah, it's interesting. Two players spring to mind. Him in the men's game, Izzy Ozzy Momadou in the women's game over the course of the season. Just got a natural nose for the ball, and naturally basketball IQ, getting in the right place at the right time. Absolutely.
As Andre Aerosol will go to the line 4-2 for Team Pink, the inaugural L. Lynch Trophy final MVP. Of course, we were in Leicester when Solent Kestrels beat the Thames Valley Cavaliers in that first final. And of course, Derby won last season. You can say last season's L. Lynch Trophy final over in Sheffield. Of course, that game was due to be played down the road in Worthing, but logistical reasons meant the game was being played in Sheffield.
Absolutely, yeah. Newcastle and Derby,
yep.
the two teams competing.
Here is Bazumbu. Bazumbu with just 2 points in this game, if you're counting at home. Taylor Johnson on the ball has 24, puts up a 3, and that's short. Tom Ward collects the rebound, still has it. Olerin decides to go for three, and that's why.
That's 100 up for Team Blain. 10-point game.
A 10-point lead, yeah, for Team Blain. Bazumbru hangs. And here comes Arisol. Arisol, the alley-oop.
Unlucky.
But Greg Polion read it well. Here is Cartano.
Yeah, good D from Polion.
Nearly traveled. In fact, he did travel with it, yep, as Bazumbru lost the ball and just about recollected it, but as he did, he took a third step. Arisol. Arisol, step back three. Probably asking too much there, and here comes Team Blue. Here is Bazumbru. Taylor Johnson, wide open three.
27 now to Taylor Johnson.
Gap is 7 as well, as Arisol has it. Hafiz Abdul backing down. Cartano off the glass. Late whistle has gone. I think that foul is called on Tyler Cartano. Even Vince McCauley bantering up the officials on that call. Vince McCauley, and he sat on the subs bench as well, is Vince McCauley, has done for both games. I wonder if that's a sign he's missing coaching. Of course, a guy who has led the Milton Keynes Lions, London Lions for so many years.
Yep. And just a great guy.
Absolutely.
I remember
1000%.
I remember the late great Bev Guyman having a charity game, and the first person she contacted was Vince McCauley, who was straight away in there. Yep, we'll bring London Lions down and we'll play. And they played against Sheffield. I don't want to say it was a warm-up game for the celebrity game, but but it was just great to have those two BBL teams there. And Vince,
1000%, absolutely.
Top guy.
It was a great day of basketball. I was there myself as a fan. It was great to be there, and just a fantastic day at Fleming Park, and still in use, I believe, but not as a Solent Kestrel's venue anymore.
Well, it's been
or a Solent Stars venue, you must say.
Thank you very
much.
much.
As well, yes. Excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, the old Fleming Park's been knocked down. It's now a completely new venue, and not nearly as basketball friendly. Well, from a council-run point of view as well as from a venue point of view.
As Taylor Johnson lost the ball, and Team Pink will get the ball back. It's a 6-point game with 5 minutes, or 5:03 or 5:02 remaining on the clock. And a big group substitution for Team Pink. And a timeout has been called. So Team Pink brought players on, then quickly James Veer decided, you know what, I want a timeout. So James Veer has called a timeout for Team Pink.
Just as Zaya Taylor was trying desperately to get those veteran legs working and in some sort of order, he's got to go and sit down again. So yeah, 6-point ball game. Team Blain 101, Team Johnson 95. Team Blain looking to take the Pink into the lead. The winner of this, actually, whether it's Pink or Blue, will win the series 3-2. But yeah,
that's a good memory. That is, I tell you.
It's been whatever team you've been supporting, whatever players you've been supporting. It's been an absolutely fabulous event here at the Solent Sports Complex. Chris Hughes managing to hopefully find some time to actually sit and watch and think about the fruits of all of his hard work. And huge shout out Molly Danielson for arranging all of the volunteers. It's been a huge effort here today. Loads and loads of volunteers helping out, running around, getting the food ready, etc., etc.
You can take a breath now. It has certainly been a fantastic day of hoops. And dunk contest winner Kai Walker and Andre Arisol having a quick conversation there. Here is Arisol getting us underway. 5 minutes left in this game. A 6-point lead for Team Blain on the ball now. Charles, one of his favourite spots, however, that's an in and out. And here comes Bazumbru. Bazumbru sees a bit of room inside, but decides to kick it out to an open Greg Polion. Here is
Aerosol with the pull-up.
Aerosol, a 3 off the back iron. Cartano backing down Taylor, turnaround jumper, and Taylor rebounds.
Hadn't quite found his touch today, Tyler Cartano. Struggled from the field.
Just 4 points for Cartano, averaging 19 points this season with the Rockets.
Tim Brown getting a hard time from everybody.
It's an all-star game,
I was going to
Tim.
say, has he suddenly forgotten it's an all-star game?
Tim Brown is always in referee mode. Can you blame him? One of the top referees in the country.
And to think he was going to retire as well. And then it was COVID year and he felt he'd missed out on a whole season of basketball. so he's kept going.
No word yet if he's going to continue next season, but I'm going to leave that down to him. Do you know what? I'm expecting a message from him now, telling me off for something. I don't know. Just
for even suggesting.
Yeah.
That, yeah.
I might have opened a can of worms, and I'm just expecting a message from Tim when I get home. Either way. Here is Johnson, puts up a 3, and he strings it.
Yeah, nice screen from his teammate Greg Polian. Obviously a play that they've run previously.
Taylor to Charles.
Strong move.
And a foul called on the floor.
Steve House calling it this time, not wanting to be left out.
So the foul has been called on... Well, it says the foul has been called on Travis Charles, which is a bit weird considering that Team Pink have the ball, but...
Yeah, I think it's the 21 on the other team, I think.
Yeah, I think that might have been on Greg Polian. There's the change there, so that's Polion's first foul. That was a very confusing few seconds, but hey. And he's gone from spectator to team manager. Chris Hughes now providing all the players with bottles of water. I've never known a more hands-on person as Taylor Johnson
incredible.
gets a 2. He wanted a foul.
So back to a 3-point game.
Absolutely.
Just over 3 minutes to go.
Absolutely. Johnson.
Oh, almost.
Team Johnson now.
Late whistle there.
Team Johnson now have reached the 100 mark as another foul has been called. And for the first time in All-Star history, and I can say All-Star history, Team Johnson is now in the penalty. So it's foul shots either way for Team Blain in any possession they get fouled. It's an all-star game in British basketball. What do you expect? Taylor Johnson and, Zaire Taylor even, a 82% foul shooter for the season. And you can sense that this game might even be determined by free throws in this game, which is something you never thought you'd hear in an all-star game.
No.
But either way, we've got it as Zaire Taylor makes good on both foul shots.
And Team Blain still only on the 2 team fouls. So
20
things kind of stacking up against Team Johnson here.
So 21 points for Zaire Taylor. Hafiz Abdul still has 26. Cartano a 3.
Ah, there we go. Cometh the hour, cometh the man.
And now he moves on to 7 points. Tyler Cartano.
2-point game.
It's a one-possession game, as mentioned. 2:45 remaining. Travis Charles finds a bit of room inside and scores. Bazumbru. Bazumbru putting the moves on Blain. Finds Tyler Cartano. Cartano went to go bank but missed everything. However, it will stay with Team Johnson. As Hafiz Abdul checks in, Travis Charles will take a seat. So Hafiz Abdul, who's come up with some clutch performances this season for Thunder. Oh, as Silla nearly lost it from Silla. Silla nearly got in for the steal. And Aerosol has it. Here is Moya. It's 1-on-2, and Hafiz Abdul couldn't hang on to it. I think he was expecting Moya to lay it up and in. Johnson currently on 32 points. Nearly travelled with it. Hakeem Silla misses the layup.
That must be only the second shot that he's missed in the whole game.
Yeah, absolutely, it is indeed. Abdul backing down Cartano, finds a bit of room inside, and he scores.
Nice move.
28 points for Hafiz Abdul.
Team Blain just keeping their noses ahead.
Cartano puts it in.
1.5 to go, 4-point game. Can Team Johnson pull it back?
An incredible final 2 minutes here, and again, like the women's game, it's all to play for. Taylor misses a three.
Did a good job running the clock down, but
Absolutely, but missed the three. Here is Taylor Johnson, battered away by Ronald Blain.
here's a captain against captain going head to head there.
And so far, Ronald Blain has a 4-point advantage with 1:11 remaining. Silla inside, stolen away by Zaire Taylor. It's 3-on-1. Moya comes back. Moya has it. Taylor, the extra pass to Blain. Taylor for three. Big rebound by Hafiz Abdul. That's 5 boards for Abdul, but he misses everything with his three. Taylor Johnson nearly got Taylor committed, and Taylor Johnson will go to the foul line. And a player who had 23 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists in the playoff final, actually scored out of Hemmel's first 15 points in that game, scored 13 of them. He got up to a fast start today and has not stopped since. 32 points, leading all scorers. And one of the top 3 throw shooters in the NBL Division 1 as well this season, just under 90%.
Yeah, as we said, it's a real joy to watch and a real pain to play against. His movement off the ball, ability to finish, and on the boards as well.
40.1 seconds remaining. And Johnson makes them both, and it's a 1-possession game. Big possession this for Team Blain. Moya. Just winding down the clock. Blain
thinks about the three.
Drives inside. Doesn't get it, but a foul has been called.
Yeah, whistle on the play.
So Ronald Blain will go to the foul line. Led Team Newcastle this season with 22 points, 9 rebounds, 51% from the field, and relatively consistent 3-throw shooter as well, but hasn't been consistent throughout the season. And he misses the first, so it's still a 1-possession game.
Crowd just giving him some grief.
It's still a 1-possession game. Some of the Solent fans in attendance actually booing Team Blain here, actually booing Ronald Blain as he's at the line.
They don't want it to stop. They don't want him to score. They want to keep it a 2-point game.
Makes the second, so it's a 3-point lead. 25.2 seconds remaining, and Team Blain lead by 3. Now, if you're Team Johnson, it's an all-star game, so do you just say, do you know what, I'm going for this 3, or do you try and make it a bit more entertaining and put the sweat on for Team Blain?
They're going to go. I think they're going to go for the. I think they'll draw up a play, go for the 3. Be interesting to see who they put in. Money's on Taylor Johnson, obviously, to put the shot up, but you can guarantee that Team Blain will be open to that. So
Taylor Johnson actually shooting 14 for 19 from the field, so been very consistent all game long, 73% from the field. He's hit 4 for 6 from downtown in his 34 points. So you've got to believe he's going to be the one they're going to go to. Hasn't actually recorded an assist so far today, I might add, but it's an all-star game. We can let him off on that one.
That's what comes with the 34 points. And interesting.
That's what comes with it, exactly.
Vince McCauley with his head in the Team Johnson huddle there. I don't know whether he's providing advice or just getting some insider information for his last bit of courtside commentary. What's he feeding back to the Pinks now?
We'll see. We'll see.
Guys, this is what they're going to run.
In that possession as well, Hakeem Siller got his double-double, 25 points, 11 boards now for Hakeem Siller. So business as usual, you have to say, for him. He's the only one, though, to have registered a double-double in this game so far. Hafiz Abdul, it says on the scoreboard that he has 28 points. On the live stats, he has 34. He does have 28 points from what we believe.
Here we go.
So it all comes down to this. There is a 1 second difference between shot clock and game clock. So there is another possession in this as well, as David Moyer falls to the floor. Cartano will go for three, but misses everything. Taylor, it goes out of bounds. Zaire Taylor straight away, looking to Molly Danielson and Lauren Dabbs, two Solent Kestrel players, as if to say, that can't be out of bounds. Taylor with a quick fist bump to Tim Brown and a thumbs up to Molly Danielson as well. So there's still a possession here, 6 on the shot clock. Cartano will go inside. He'll score. It's a 1 point game. Moyer is not, well, he was fouled now by Cartano. Very late whistle. So there are foul shots to come, and David Moyer will go to the foul line, and another high three-throw shooter for the season, around 88%. So David Moyer, fairly reliable from the foul shot. Of course, we said at the start of the show, his farewell game here in the country. He'll be moving to play in Puerto Rico in the summer. Misses the first.
Pressure on.
Absolutely. 10 seconds left. So it's going to be a 2 point lead if he nails this, which he does. So here we go. It all comes down to this possession. Johnson is fouled by Ronald Blain.
They had a foul to give.
Still a foul to give, so that's a good call and a good foul by Ronald Blain. And that's his first foul of this game as well. Only has 8 points, but has 7 rebounds to his name, Ronald Blain.
So now Team Blain in the penalty.
Shot clock has been turned off. 7.9 seconds left. Johnson
Here we go.
against Moyer. Johnson, a pull-up. Gets it! Taylor Johnson from downtown! Taylor Johnson now on 37 points. And Team Johnson leads by 1.
2.1 seconds to go.
Huge three. He knew instantly where it was hanging, what he was doing, and he made no mistake. All the confidence in the world. Taylor Johnson might have just won this. However, Jerry, 2.1 seconds left. There's a lot of basketball to play.
Still time. Obviously,
what a shot from Taylor Johnson.
Obviously going to take the ball in the front court.
And Taylor,
here's where Coach Veer's going to earn his money.
And Taylor Johnson now 5 of 7 from downtown in this game. 37 points. Chuck in 5 rebounds as well, and a smile on his face. The Hemel Storm fans, as you see on the replay, Hemel Storm fans loving that. Even Molly Danielson got on her feet as well. Well, not quite on her feet, but she couldn't believe it.
So who do we reckon for MVP then?
We'll see. There's a lot of players that can win that one, I'll tell you that right now. 2.1 seconds left. It's not over. Moyer has it.
We're going to play some D now.
It goes to Taylor. Taylor goes inside, misses it. It was blocked by Taylor. And Team Taylor gets the win, a win for Team Blue.
Another fantastic game. What an exhibition for the NBL Division 1. Fantastic.
And what we've got to say, and I'm speaking on the general aspect, is both games went down to the wire. And that is the ultimate advert and the ultimate thank you for Chris Hughes.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, for British basketball as well, NBL rather, you go back to the finals weekend, those 3 games that you commentated on, all 1-point, 2-point games or extra time. And what better compliment or reward for all of Chris Hughes' hard work?
Absolutely.
Some really tight, entertaining games.
As you mentioned, we couldn't have said it any better. Chris Hughes, this was for Chris Hughes today. It was his vision, his idea. And as a result, we've had a really fun day of basketball skills challenges, 3-point challenges, dunk contests have been absolutely fantastic. We had a women's game that went to overtime and was decided in the last few possessions, and a thrilling men's all-star game that ends with Team Johnson getting a 112-111 win. Taylor Johnson with the winning basket. How fitting. He ends with 37 points. And we're just going to get word on who the MVP is. Still waiting to hear from Vince McCauley who the MVP is. It had to be, didn't it? Taylor Johnson gets the Kent Baller goodie bag as his prize for a fantastic day and a fantastic game. 37 points, including the game-winning 3 that won it for his side, but a fantastic game nonetheless, and it's just, again, a great advert for the game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Taylor Johnson's team were double digits down, start of the final quarter, brought it back, started to get down on D, play some tougher D, started to make some shots, some more shots, and the class of Taylor Johnson shining through at the end there. Calmness, the calm head.
And a pair of LeBron 19s and a goodie bag are Taylor Johnson's. Katrin Horn had to actually give up her pair purely because they weren't her size. I'm not sure if they're Taylor Johnson's size, but nevertheless, they get free advantage over what sneakers they want to take home from Kent Baller, which is such a fantastic generosity, bit of generosity for an independent business like Kent Baller, and just shows how invested they are in British basketball. But a round of applause for Chris Hughes. We're going to go to him now. Truthfully, I'm not sure how much you've heard of that, but just a thank you to Chris Hughes, who just thanks the crowd for being here, how much it meant to him, and now the players giving him a well-deserved shaking of the hands. And 2 fantastic all-star games, all thanks to Chris Hughes' vision, and we thank him for that. And hopefully this will continue over the years. And we were saying, Molly brought up a good point, a potential end of season, not partnership, but thing to look forward to. You've got the senior all-star game, which Rebound has now made. And of course you have the junior all-star game, the Hoops Fix Classic, which showcases the best in the under-19s. Just think how good that would be. But obviously I'm putting too many words into the mouth on that. It's just ideas, obviously. Yeah. But it would be absolutely phenomenal to have as Molly Danielson trying to get Taylor Johnson for a post game. In fact, we've got to get Vince McCauley over for it as well.
Yeah,
but let's just sum up what has been a fantastic day, Jerry. You've been here from early this morning, setting up and being here. It's been a great day, hasn't it?
Yeah, for me, it's just been everybody's mucked in to get it done. You know, so many volunteers from the university, from the different Kestrels teams that are here. You know, just happy to turn up and help out and join in and support what's been an absolutely incredible event. You know, people were just going over now the team photo. Chris Hughes rightfully in the middle of it.
It's so good to see, and we saw this in the women's game as well. Just both day, and you see Travis Charles just joking around on Akeem Silla and Hafiz Abdul. How dare he? But it's just
it wouldn't be anybody else.
It wouldn't be anyone else, would it? It really wouldn't. The joker of the court, Travis Charles. Look at, he's just enjoying himself in defeat, mind, but still enjoying himself, and that's the main thing. That's what it's about, and we saw that in the women's game as well today as well. 100%.
So the camera's all set up, waiting for the MVP interview.
We're trying to get them. Taylor Johnson just wants to say hello to the fans, understandably so. Absolutely. It must be said. He's got to give us a break on commentary, though. Surely, maybe he doesn't know. I don't know.
I think Molly did go up to him and say, "We need you to do the end of game interview." Meanwhile, everybody else is using the backdrop for a photo opportunity.
And it's great to see, no doubt about it.
Oh, here we go. Chris has grabbed him.
We've got the actual organizer of the event telling Taylor Johnson, "You're coming here for a post-game interview." Great to see. But it's been occupied by some of the players of today, as you see the Nottingham Hoods players just sharing the backdrop for a minute.
Chris. Get hold of him, Chris. Chris, behind you. You're going to lose him again.
Taylor's gone again. And I think Chris Hughes wants to be.
Where is he?
But Taylor Johnson is now speaking to Elliot Dowd. He's gone. Elliot, get him over there. One day we'll be able to stop talking and let Chris actually interview Taylor. That'd be nice to see, wouldn't it?
No, the cameraman's gone to get him.
I hope this is going to be a post-game interview and not a telling off from Chris. Either way, Chris is now finally with Taylor Johnson, and we're joining by them now.
Wow, Chum, what an all-star event. I'm joined by Taylor Johnson, the MVP of the game, of the men's all-star game. How was that game for you?
Oh man, that was a blast. We really appreciate you putting it together. It came together. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, good result. So, had a lot of fun.
And I hope you guys at home had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun here. I know everyone in the SSC had a lot of fun here. It's been such a great day. So many people behind the scenes you don't see. Great team, so that goes without saying. My volunteers, Vince, I thought was amazing on mine. Luke, Tom, so many names. I know miss some, so I just won't say too many. Otherwise, they're like, "Chris, you forgot me." But there's so many people there. Taylor, I think for my favourite moment of the game was you were training by two, and we only had about a few minutes left. And you did what Taylor Johnson does. Don't take it easy. You got your high IQ, 3-point shot in. Talk to us about that play and what was going through your mind in those 9 seconds.
Oh, originally we had a timeout, and then we were trying to run a play earlier, and a couple of the guys were like, "Should we go for 2? Should we go for 3?" And a couple of the guys, Akeem, GP, they were like, let's go for a 3. Let's end it. Yeah, we've been here for a while. Let's try to end it with a 3. And then a couple plays later, we had another chance down by 2. So, yeah, shot a 3, went in.
I think one of my favourite points today is just seeing all you guys talk. You talk about Hakeem, you play with TBC, obviously Den playing with Greg, but just the British basketball NBL community together, just relaxed, talking. How was that community fit for you, having everyone under one roof?
Man, that was a lot of fun. Like, it's a long season, and it's a little bit more intense during the season, so being able to come to this event and have a little more fun and hang out and see some old teammates was really cool, and appreciate you for making that happen.
Oh, thanks. So many highlights. Recap, we had the skills competition, which Taylor Gaffney won. We then had the 3-point, which Cyan won. We had the dunk, which Ty Walker won. We then had tapped in purple, Katrina Holm with the MVP, and finished off Team Blue, 1-all. Not a bad day at all. I think it was an awesome, cracking day of British basketball.
Yeah, really cool day. Appreciate it, man.
Before you go,
Yeah.
what are your plans for summer? Any more events on the horizon?
I'm going to make a trip back home and see some family and friends in June, and then we'll see how it goes from there. And yeah, maybe see you again next year. We'll see.
Oh, that sounds great. Little hint there, maybe we'll see Taylor Johnson back for another year in the NBL. Thank you for your time. Thank you for coming down today. You know, lots of players travelled all the way up the country. We even had players come from Egypt, and players who've been all abroad. Great to have you all involved. Well done, MVP. You have your well-deserved rest. I think there's some food for you guys upstairs. Thank you for coming on.
Cheers.
Thank you very much. Oh, Chris is still talking.
Possible break in the January schedule. It could be potential to have one in January. I'm just waiting for Vince. He's obviously wanted to take his phone with the MVP. Expect nothing else. He's been an absolute servant, absolute hero. Lovely comments and stuff. And of course, you guys have been watching on Rebound YouTube channel. That's exciting. Like, you know, I can't wait to sit home and watch all the game back. As I say, been busy afternoon of basketball. One I will thoroughly enjoy. One I won't forget any time soon. I think Vince had probably a deep conversation. Anyone knows Vince, he has a lot to say, and he's been a great voice, and he's still got his voice. I think I should probably wrap it up. It's 7:30. You probably want to have a rest, because it's been 6-7 hours of non-stop basketball. I know my commentators, streaming team, probably got a bit of pizza hangovers. We had some nice stats, nice play. But thank you everyone for tuning in. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope you've seen enough to want to come back. We've had overtime. In the ladies, we had a 1-point game. In the men's, some highlight dunks. And I think that sums it all up. What an amazing day. Thanks for tuning in. Stay safe and see you guys soon.